Today's podcast is brought to you by Howler Head Whiskey. You can check them out at howlerhead.com, a handcrafted, award-winning, 80-proof Kentucky straight bourbon. And listen, damn it, it's got the flavors of banana. You like MMA, you like Dana White, you like the UFC. Let's support them, baby. Get the bourbon, get the Howler Head Whiskey, the only whiskey you will find at Fury Fighting Championships. HowlerHeadWhiskey.com, howlerhead.com.
And now, Houston, Texas, make some noise because the time for talk is over. It's time to unleash the fury.
Oh my goodness.
We are live.
Just like that, the time for talk is now. Welcome into the
Evidently, we're
Fury
talking
Unleashed
about
podcast.
Our favorite George Strait songs.
Not a bad one. You cannot pick a bad George Strait song, which Eric Garcia disagrees with.
I know Diego's,
I like that song.
Diego's is like Feliz Navidad or some shit.
Yeah.
What's yours?
I went to the concert.
The 1983 Christmas album, George Strait, Feliz Navidad.
He's got so many. I think
He's got so many, dude.
Carrying Your Love With Me is a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah.
It depends on the
You
mood.
Look So Good in Love.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what mood you're going for, man. He's got, like, if you want to party, he's got songs you can drink to. If you're trying to close the deal.
Fast-paced songs. I'm more the romance.
Those are the best, for sure. But hey,
Watching
man,
her walk out the door and then you want to think
Adelida, you trying to tell me Adelida? You can't get down to Adelida, and that's not a good one, dude. Come on, man. Let's go.
Like Troubadour.
Oh,
like
that was right up there.
Just kind of cruising. Troubadour?
Yeah, man.
Come on, man.
I think you have to be north of 40 to truly appreciate Troubadour. 20-somethings probably don't get it yet. But I understand, dude. Troubadour is right up there among my favorites. That might be.
I got lucky enough to see him in concert in Vegas. Was it 2 years ago? And the dude was for a Texas boy. Like it was Lyle Lovett. It was
straight out of Tomball, Texas. Klein to be specific. Pat Green, Texas legend.
Not Pat Green. I'm sorry. It was Lyle Lovett and.
Pat Mahon.
No, Pat Mahon. Damn. Now I can't even think about who the hell I can see his face. Robert O'Keefe.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Is Jeremy's dad named Pat?
Yeah.
I think Travis Took's dad's name's Pat too.
Is it? They have the same dad?
Pat Took.
And just like that, seamlessly we segue into MMA out of country music. That's how it's done, kids.
They got the same dad.
Eric Garcia, the king of the MMA segue.
Oh man! Hey, Rich, Rich on that bullshit right here.
Yeah, Sam couldn't take the shot in front of his special guest. We'll save one for Sam. We got one for you when you come back through.
Anybody else take a shot?
We did it before you got here, fool.
Yeah, hey, we've been here since 11.
Look at that bottle.
Did.
Look at that bottle.
How come everybody doesn't have a cup like this?
Well, we do. We.
I'm gonna go look over there in the trash and see.
I use mine.
No, red cup. We shoot out of red cups.
I'll need this in a little while.
We gave you a separate one.
About some stuff, man. What's up, fellas?
Boom, another day in paradise, man. How'd you fare through the hurricane barrel endeavors?
How the fuck is my chair so short that I'm looking up at everybody?
Yeah, you got here last. You got the asshole chair today, man.
I got the shit chair.
Actually, that's not the asshole chair, man. It's just
You gotta sit on it
Jesus.
and then do that.
I feel like Sid. I need a fucking boost.
They had Ralph Sampson was in studio over the weekend, so I had to go really low because he's super tall.
Yeah, no, I did okay with the storm. Like, lost power for a little bit, but honestly, like we were really lucky. We were in Katy, so we had the direct path of the eye, so we weren't really on like the dirty side, and so it really wasn't bad, man. We had some fences go down, some limbs, lost power. What do you guys?
Yeah, man. Didn't lose power. Knock on wood. Thankfully, whole house generator for the win, but. Some roof damage.
I forgot we got rich people on this show.
Rich people.
Even the guy with the multiple houses on one piece of property doesn't have
just because you're prepared doesn't mean you're rich. You're prepared, that's all.
We were out for like 4 days.
Yeah.
3 days.
And then you drove through that shit too, right? Mm-hmm.
Monday, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the hurricane hit like Monday morning.
Oh yeah, you were headed up to Arlington, right?
No, I headed to San Antonio.
Okay, yeah.
That Monday morning at like 7 a.m. when the lights and shit started going out, I jumped in my truck and I was driving to San Antonio. And my dad was calling, my wife was calling, like, you shouldn't go. You probably shouldn't go. I was like, no, I have to go because the fucking Techport Arena was bugging me that I needed to come do this settlement for tickets.
Yeah, let's talk more about that later.
So
Yeah.
I had to go.
Let's talk about the end of the night later.
But I told him it was all good. But it really wasn't all good, man. I thought my truck was going to blow off the highway.
I'll bet.
I made it in one piece, and by the time I got done and headed back, sunny skies, man.
Diego, what about you? Now you were working through all
Diego's
this.
getting a
I
massage.
was.
How's the massage space?
No, they were closed.
Did the roof didn't fly off?
Diego's like, I swung by, they were all.
They lost power, but they didn't lose power, if you know what I'm saying.
Could only take cash.
They can only take cash. You only pay
It's
cash,
on,
right?
they had cellular. They
Ming Ping's got a fucking
Yeah, they
Wi-Fi
got-
in the back.
Listen,
Yeah,
when
they
you
got a
go
sound-
in
they
there,
got-
do you
what's that?
Use your credit card or only cash?
Cash App.
Cash app.
Damn, I'm not trying to give people my cash app. What are we doing
21st
here?
century, man. What are you talking about?
How'd you guys fare out there, Diego?
We had a good amount of
Because you're in
trees
Galveston.
and branches,
Texas
but we
City.
didn't. You guys got the brunt of that.
That's
You know,
crazy,
just-
right?
Yeah.
Like surpassed
Yeah. So
where he's at when it's coming right off the damn coast.
You see, Abbott's coming after Center Point now.
Is he?
Fuck you, bitches.
Yeah, hey, and I'm with you guys. Center Point kind of sucks right now, but I remember whenever Ike came through, and there were people without power for like 2 weeks. So I mean, they are ahead of that schedule. At least I'll be the guy that at least says they're doing a little better. We just have a short memory.
There's no it's hard with hurricanes
When it's
because
150 degrees outside, it's really hard to be patient.
If you guys remember, up until like let's say Friday, we thought that shit was going to go through Mexico.
yeah,
Right.
You know, so it was
Yep.
like all of a sudden, and you can't stage the crews directly in the path of the hurricane. Like you don't bring in reinforcements and have them sit. In the
Yep.
middle. So then they got to get in here.
Nothing's gonna be good enough or fast enough for
not
anybody.
not whenever
you're always gonna have
90% of
somebody
your
that's
people are
gonna
without
fucking-
power. Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. If I was one of the people without power, fuck those guys too. That's
Oh,
how I
yeah.
would feel right now.
Yep.
I'd be. I can tell you, like Sijan, he just got power back like a day or two ago.
There's people
Yeah,
I know
that's
that
crazy,
still don't
man.
have power.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'd rather lose power than my roof fly off.
If you still don't have power, keep reporting it. Don't depend on them to know.
the
Keep
end of the
reporting that it's out.
Yeah, I mean it sucks, but that's that's one of the things you deal with living on a coastal like area like we do. It's weird to think this is coastal. We're an
So we
hour
should
and a
move to
half
Vegas.
inland. We should
You move to Vegas, you ain't gotta worry about that.
what natural disaster do they have? What, earthquakes
in Vegas.
Yeah.
None.
Gambling
Sandstorm?
debt.
Yeah.
Gambling debt.
The wrath of Satan.
High divorce rates. Yeah.
Stripper pregnancy, I guess.
Yeah.
Pregnancy.
The wrath of Satan.
We're at the wrath of Satan.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
sandstorms. Sandstorms are coming through there. So, what about San Antonio, fellas?
Yeah, man. Fresh off of
That was a crazy show.
Fury FC
Great
93 at
show,
the
man.
Boeing Center at Techport in San Antonio, Texas.
great venue.
Dude. It over delivered. I felt like, man. If for a fight promoter, that's what you want. If you're a combat sports television executive, that's what you want on your broadcast network.
If you're a fan,
Bunch of finishes, exactly.
That's where you wanna be.
But yeah, most importantly, if you're a fan, that's the kind of event you want to pay to see, man.
a lot of upsets, I would say, for the hometown
Oh
boys.
yeah, man. Hey, it was a bad night to be a prospect.
Guys, a lot of upsets for the hometown guys.
Yeah, there definitely was quite a few upsets. I think if we go straight to our main event,
Yeah, Loham, not Johan, Loham.
yeah, Lohan Estevez was defeated by Alfred
We're
Walker.
gonna call Alfred Walker the prospect killer.
Yeah,
Man,
I'm like
is Alfred
Freight Train's a
Walker-
great
is he-
nickname,
is he
but
the
that's
new Nate Richardson.
That dude's an animal, bro. If that kid was 10 years younger,
Oh, he'd be in the UFC like now.
Yeah,
like,
done.
it sucks. It sucks that that's how it has to be, but that's just
if
facts,
he keeps
you know I'm
doing
saying?
what he's doing, I mean, god dang, dude.
It's
I mean,
gonna be super
It's
hard,
not
man.
unheard of. It's
Like,
not
I
unheard,
had
but
a-
yeah, super hard.
So I had a conversation with him
I
after
think
his
PFL
fight.
would be a more.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely
he's-
the most likely path for him is
He's in a
PFL.
situation that a lot of guys run into later in their career where, man, everything's clicking for him right now.
He's good,
Yeah.
man.
Like,
the kid is good.
you know, like he's beat two of the top prospects in the nation in his last few fights. On 8 days' notice, went to a decision with another top prospect. Like Alfred Walker is good.
Very.
It's just the problem is he's coming into his own at 37, and
What is he? 14-6 now.
14-7, yeah. So, but when you look at
let's be honest.
We had him at 12-7 going in. I guess somebody
So
gave
maybe
us.
maybe
maybe 13-7.
Whenever you look at someone, when you talk like a Sean Shelby, he's just not there. He has so many guys under 30 with not to say better, but with more knockouts or less losses on their record. It's going to be really hard for Alfred to get that. But what we are going to be able to do, and we've tried this before, maybe we can get him to a big money fight. Maybe we can get him into the PFL tournament. Maybe we can get him a bigger. And now it's not even. Man, a few years ago it used to be like, hey, maybe we can get him a Bellator fight, and they're not even around anymore. Like it's just can you get into the PFL tournament? Yeah. So, but man, he could be a spoiler in a PFL tournament because there's not a lot of guys I would pick against him. Like he's fucking good.
He's a good candidate for a TMF fight for us.
He is. He really is. Him and Nate Richardson.
I was wondering if we were going to talk about that.
Him and Nate throw down.
I think that's a great fight to make.
I personally had wanted to see Altum and Nate.
Me too.
But I haven't really heard from Josh Altum and his team about that fight.
Yeah.
And then they were thinking, actually I did, and Joel was thinking about sending Altum to 55 and not doing 45, so that would take him out of that fight.
Shout out to Raheel Ramzanali up there in the chat. What's up, dweebs? What up, brown guy? How you doing?
Yo.
So that was our main event. Loham kind of get back to the drawing board a little bit there. Disappointing loss to be
knocked out home. 21 seconds into the third round in his hometown crowd in the main event. That sucks, man. That sucks, but I know he'll come back better and stronger for it. I know he learned something out of it.
Another one that didn't go that way for the hometown boy, Zach Borrego fell to Logan Woods. What kind of fucking power does Logan Woods have?
Dude, crazy.
One hit.
Crazy.
One hit power.
Yeah, he has got big power in that right hand, and he knows it. And if you watched him from the beginning of the fight, he was keying off on that jab of Borrego and was just kind of timing it and was just waiting for that punch to come out, and then he cracked him with that right hand. And it almost looked like he had no respect for Borrego's stand up.
Yeah, not at all.
He didn't really have his hands up very well, and he didn't move a whole lot out of the way.
Anything Zach threw at him, Logan was just shaking his head, like talking to him, like, that ain't shit. Here it comes.
Well, normally when you say that shit, it's because it hurt.
Right.
He didn't look hurt.
I think Zach landed a few, but Logan just didn't. For a 2-year layoff, I mean, he messaged me yesterday and said he wants the winner of this week's title fight.
Yeah, I know he's.
Doesn't he have history with Vigil? Didn't they fight before?
He TKO'd.
Seemed like I saw like a highlight or something.
Vigil's only loss, right?
That's Vigil's only loss.
Dude, what a fight to run back, man.
Yeah, I mean, and talk about, Logan Woods was so easy to work with. Yeah. Like him and his team. Shout to Matt Weibel and those guys out there. Like extremely easy to work with.
First round management.
Yeah, super easy guys to deal with. So I always appreciate that. Just like Alfred Walker's team, Ed Barnett and those guys, man. I give a big shout out to those guys.
Ed's a super nice guy.
He may be the nicest fucking manager I've ever met in my life.
Shout out to Ed Barnett. Fucking nice dude.
Yeah, super nice guy. He's got some talent on his roster as well. Our feature fight of the night, another one that for the home area, not necessarily hometown, but split decision. Devin Dixon and Tedrick Macklin.
What a fucking war!
Yeah, that may be a fight of the year so far,
dude.
That's a good one, man.
Side note, I don't know if y'all noticed, like after the fight was over, it took a long time to get that result. There was like some scoring errors going on in the cage side.
What the hell happened?
It was almost like he had, and I'm gonna say whose name, but he had it down as 2 judges had it as a draw, and one guy,
I thought it was going to be a draw.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought, and I wouldn't.
But there were scoring tallies, like they weren't adding up, and I don't usually step in to say anything. Usually, I'll just read whatever he hands me.
You don't have
a
copy of the scorecard.
I've got a copy of the correct one.
Yeah,
but
that wasn't the one that they were looking at, though.
Yeah, this guy had it at 29-29. This one was at 28-28, and this one they had right 30-27. I was like, dude, this math doesn't math. So we went back and took a look, and it took a while. He gave me another one, a revised one. It still wasn't correct. I was like, dude, but this doesn't add up here. So they went back and fixed it. And finally, it came out right. It didn't change the decision. I mean, Devin Dixon still won, but it was a split decision as opposed to a majority, draw or whatever.
A lot of credit for that goes to Joseph from the state, man, who actually wasn't just like, hey, just let's count these numbers
And
again.
then
Let's
we
go
would've
back
had
through.
to read.
Yeah, he had Wayne sat there. We said, this doesn't seem right. They sat there and talked, and a lot of that comes from Wayne's experience. And then Joseph's experience to be able to sit there and work together in that moment, because we've had
We've had times where someone's hand away in the wrong score and then want to come in and change it. Or nothing's worse than having to change it after. Like that sucks so bad. But what a scrap between these two guys, man. Because I thought Tedrick was going to be out of there in the first round after the way the first round went.
After the first round, it looked that way, man.
Stalked him for 2 rounds.
Yeah, man, dude.
Macklin never stopped coming.
Fight of the year candidate right there, man.
It's like a discredit to Macklin. It just looked like he was busted up. He was bloody, and he looked. It's hard to tell with Tedrick sometimes because he gets this look on his face.
Dixon did more damage in the first round.
So did the judges score that based on damage?
Yeah, probably.
So you take
damage and control. I mean,
if you take the cut away and all the blood.
Well, Devin dropped him.
Change the decision?
I don't think so.
Did.
Yeah, Dixon dropped him.
And then he took him down a couple times.
Took him down. So I think
I'm gonna go. I have to rewatch that one.
It was a close fight, but I do think the right decision was there. Yeah. I think there was a lot of rounds where I could see where Tedrick could have picked up 2 and 3 based off of just the shots he was landing on Devin. And shout out to Devin for as much as like these two guys are tough as fucking nails. They're sitting there, they're getting cracked on, and they're both at that point after the first round kind of not walking through each other, but definitely like no one's backing down. And
we've seen Devin in those type of fights already.
Yeah,
with Bruce,
we hadn't seen Tedrick have to bite through that. We've seen him had to scrap against scrappy guys, like the fight with Nico Echeverry.
Yeah, that's the first one that comes to mind right there.
He was in some bad spots, but we've never seen him like have to go through hell. And then he brought it right back to Devin Dixon.
The kid's got heart. I like Tedrick and Hector Sainz next.
I like that too. I told you that yesterday.
No, you didn't.
It's not. What the fuck? I told you that yesterday.
You dreamed that.
Oh, all right.
That's a good fight.
And with that victory, Devin Dixon earned himself a title fight. So we're looking at doing him and Manshur Kara, hopefully in November.
Man, that's gonna be a banger.
Yeah.
That's a title fight.
Well, the fight changed in my eyes now because listen, I know Devin Dixon can wrestle and he can grapple. And that's Manshur's biggest thing. But Dixon has got some power in his hands, man. To drop Macklin like that with a left hand early in the fight, you got to have some power. Macklin's got a granite chin. So like to drop him that way, I was really, really surprised. So he's got a lot of power there. That's going to be an interesting fight. I really like Macklin and Hector too, man. That's going to be a good scrap. Speaking of surprising scraps, Sam Kilmer.
Sam Kilmer is back, fellas.
22 years old.
What do you do with that?
Is he 22?
I think he's 22.
I don't know.
Max 23.
He's 22.
I don't know.
23 years old.
Early 20s.
I know he's 7'4" now.
He just turned it
after this.
He just turned 23 a few months ago.
First round tap out to a rear naked choke.
Like if he fights
Shane
like that,
Keith.
who beats him?
I don't think Shane Keith had the time to land a strike.
He didn't expect Sam to be that strong, I don't think.
Sam Kilmer came in with a chip on his shoulder. I don't know if he's been listening to the podcast.
Well, we know that Sam can grapple.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like he had a gas tank and shit this time, too. Well, I guess we didn't see him go past the first, but he never stepped off the gas when he got that fight to the ground.
Yeah.
Transition, elbow, punch, whatever, give me your neck.
Dude,
I'm out.
that's
He went into that next gear, man. He's got killer instinct.
If you go back and watch the finishing sequence, he set that submission up with punches. That's how you use jiu-jitsu and MMA. Like he was cracking Shane, and Shane's having to try to defend an elbow, try to defend a punch, and then he gets that arm across the neck, man, and it was just lights out from there. Shane Kilmer's back in a big way, man. Like that was a very impressive victory.
Shane Keith picks up his first loss in the process. What do you think's next for him?
I mean, maybe Gino Morelli. What is he, 4-1?
Yeah,
2-0, 4-1 versus 2-0. I got another guy, Kevin Pease, that's 5-0 that I like.
Yeah, there's a few guys that make sense in the mix there. I know a fight he wants, and I don't know if we would get the Isaac Morano fight.
For Keith?
Yeah,
that's a super dangerous fight.
It is. It is a dangerous fight.
That's the one Sam Kilmer wants.
Yeah, Sam already had
Sam had a chance at it.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, Sam's journey with us, he's only 3-4 in Fury.
He came to us 1-0, right?
Yeah. He came to us 1-0, and then he had to fight. Dude, he wins his first two, and then he takes on Isaac Moreno, Derek Adjade, and Cody Steele. Yeah. Oof. Comes back and takes on Manshur Kara.
Whenever you argue about people's records or whatever, I mean, how do you
Sam has only lost.
You can't discredit him based on those losses. I mean, he's taking on
that's what I'm
top
saying.
prospect.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah,
That's
I
probably
agree.
why he's as good as he is.
Yeah,
honestly.
He's been battle tested.
So if you put those guys in the mix, who is going to show Sam something that he hasn't seen already?
I don't know.
He's seen it from Mancher, Cody, Isaac Moreno. Like, he's fought a grappler, a great jiu-jitsu guy,
Aggressive
a good striker.
Yeah.
Guys that are powerful and athletic as fuck. So what?
Yeah, Sam's, and again, just turned 23 years old.
So when we got him, he was either 19 or 20
Yeah.
when he first came to us.
Yeah, very young.
And he came to us at 145 pounds, keep in mind.
How crazy is that?
Now he's fighting at 170.
Remember he got here?
If he was still fighting 145, we could put him in there with Alfred Walker.
I don't know how he made 45 that first time.
Me neither.
Like he's a big kid.
Yeah.
He's fucking huge, yeah.
Speaking of huge, Eddie Friray coming up with another first round victory for Eddie in his hometown. I'm sure that had to feel good to get that fight there in his hometown for him. It's always good to see Eddie, man. I like seeing him.
Yeah,
perform.
got a lot of love for high def.
What did
Eddie
he say? He's got
Friray.
5 kids?
6.
6 kids. He's like, yo, come on. I got 6 kids.
I mean,
it's expensive.
Yeah, he's made
One for every first round knockout.
He's made he's made fuck.
Quit celebrating like that,
Eddie.
Eddie. Come on, man.
Also on the card, what about the debut, man? Imanol Rodriguez. So he took on Tyrell Ace Hill, man, who
Say it, Wayne. Say it.
That was the most impressive debut we've ever seen in the history of Fury FC, man.
son of a bitch.
Tony Schiavone over here. Look, it was the greatest night in the history of the sport when Imanol Rodriguez made that debut.
Hill is very athletic, a very good striker, very good fighter. Ace, yeah, and I wasn't sure who was going to win the fight. You got the experience of Hill and taking on like this youth of Imanol. Imanol, that left hand, Jesus, I don't know if he snuck a toaster in his glove when he hit him,
A brick.
but that was
It was
so
like a little
impressive.
delayed, right?
Yeah.
His reaction, he like stepped back and then skipped the beat and then
And he
fell
tried.
forward.
He tried to bring his hands up. Like if you go back, you see him start to bring his hands up again, and then they just kind of freeze, and he just goes down, man, and rough. That was a rough way to go out, but
Hell of a debut, man. I look forward to seeing him back in there ASAP.
shout out to the Diego Lopez prodigy, Emmanuel Rodriguez. And do we have a bigger cheerleader for Fury than Diego Lopez? That dude, he stops. First of all, how cool is it? If you guys remember a year and a half, let's say 2 years ago, no one wanted a picture with Diego Lopez. He came in here, no one cared. That other night at the Tech Port, he couldn't go 3 minutes without someone taking a selfie with him, taking a picture with him, signing an autograph.
Yeah.
Love
Everybody
it.
knows Diego.
And I told this to Jason House in the cage, and it's something that just kind of stood out to me, and I want to say it again, man. Shout out to Iridium and Jason House for what they do for these fighters.
Yeah, man.
Diego Lopez was living on his couch in Vegas, just waiting to make an opportunity, waiting for the opportunity. And Jason was there and his family to make sure that he was taken care of, ready to go, and able to do it. He's feeding him, he's training. And now, I don't know what Diego's making now. The dude's killing it.
He just re-signed a $1 million deal. I don't know,
he's
millions.
sponsored by the biggest sponsor, Happy Dad, Monster. He's sponsored by all these amazing sponsors, and it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Bought him a house in Vegas.
Bought him a house.
Got his boys living with him now. See, so he's returning the favor, man. He's taking care of his
I
guys
love to
now.
see it.
Those guys didn't have nothing, you know?
I love to see it, man. And he will still take the time out. He knew I had 5 guys fighting in Rosenberg, and I have out of my gym in Rosenberg, I've got probably 85% Hispanic kids, young, poor Hispanic kids at my gym. Yes, you guys are poor. So
Rich praise on the poor.
I pray on the weak and the poor. And so
The rich
Diego
do.
took the time out to send them a video, wishing them best of luck for their fights and stuff.
Imanol said that was the biggest payday he's ever had in his life.
How crazy is that? Because we gave him $6.
Man. Even The Rock had $7 in his pocket when he was dead broke, man.
In his pocket, man. So,
Did Dallas Dodd say something about his post-fight that he only had 80 cents in his check?
Yeah, man.
hey, Tyrell.
I heard that.
Tyrell Hills said, it was in slow motion on my side trying to get back to it.
Hey.
Shout out to you, Ace. You're a bad dude, man.
Ace the Assassin. Looking forward to seeing him back in there soon, too, man.
Dallas Dodd.
Dude.
Man, that
Dallas
was...
Dodd versus Gino Morelli. 2-0, 2-0.
That's a good scrap.
Let's do it.
That's a good
Hear
scrap.
that, Dallas? Tune in right now. Give me your thoughts.
Dallas Dodd, Nick Lancaster. Dallas Dodd is exactly who he says he is, man. His striking looked on point. He looked phenomenal.
He's fun, man.
And he
that kid's fun.
busted up Nick Lancaster, man. Something. We had a lot of blood this weekend.
Yeah.
That dude's too tough for his own good.
Yeah, 100%.
Nick is. I mean, Nick came to us 3-0, and now he's 3-2. We got some fucking killers, man.
It happens, man. It happens. Guys get here and you know, how many times have you heard people
Nick's
say
tough, man. Like
heard people say like it's such a different thing to walk out at Fury. Like because
heard Drew Radicek say that about 100 times.
Hey, we heard Stephanie Calderon say this weekend, like just a different thing.
We'll get to her. That girl's
And you know, kicking off our main card, you had Josh Thomas just showing why he is that Omega level, man. Coming out and really just gave no chance to Marcel Mickens, took him down.
I thought he was going to be tested a little bit, and he didn't really.
I think
phased him.
he did exactly what he needed to do so quickly that Marcel really didn't have a chance to get off. Like, I don't think Marcel ever got into the fight. Like, he was fighting takedowns right away, and then once you're on your back, Josh is a problem. You know, like he's a problem on his feet too, but like clearly he shines on the ground, and that's exactly what he did. Karan Reed defeated Isaac Vasquez. Great to see Karan back in the cage here. And again, we talk about guys that are extremely. How tough is Isaac Vasquez?
Man. That guy must have been like his own good. Must have been like an army tank in a previous life or something, dude. He just keeps moving forward, no matter what he gets hit with.
He's had some tough fights.
Yeah,
as a hammy as well.
He is a dog, man. He's
not one to back down.
There was one point in the second round where it looked like Karan Reed may have been able to get the finish, but Isaac got back up, and kept moving forward, man.
And Isaac starts swinging right back at you, and he's
holy crap, with like both eyes swollen shut, Rocky Balboa style.
He's gangster, man.
Yeah, dude, for sure, man.
Shout out again, Dominic Herrera got the split decision victory over Marquis Smith. Daniel Gonzalez with the comeback quickly to go over Drake Lopez. And then we get into some title fights here. Alexandra Carlson picks up the 115-pound championship in a split decision over Sandra Jerez.
Taking the fight on like a week's notice.
Yeah.
Making weight and everything.
It was a fun scrap. It was a fun scrap. Man,
tough girl.
Sandy,
man.
the egg she had on her eye, man, her eye was swollen up. Yeah. And so that was a very close fight. And then, not exactly a close fight, Stephanie Calderon and Madison Gwynn. Stephanie Calderon is a problem. She showed no respect or care for anything that Madison swung at her. And we know how good of a fighter Madison is.
Yeah.
So for Stephanie to come there in her first fight with us.
And she made it look easy almost.
We had to pull a lot of strings and do a lot of shit to get Madison to fight.
Yeah.
Like, it's not easy. And, you know, a lot of these fighters don't know the fucking shit we have to go through behind the scenes and all the things we have to do and calls we got to make these offers, especially for an amateur.
I was just going to say, like, it's got to be harder for an amateur because it's not like you can, add a zero to the check or whatever, right? I mean,
but Madison, I feel like she really deserved to fight. She's been wanting to fight for so long, and we've lost opponent after opponent after opponent. So, shout out to Mitch and those guys over at Combat Night too, and anything they did to help us get Stephanie. I know that's where she's from, and that's who she's fought for. And I did tell them if we signed her to a deal at some point that because she lives there and I know Mitch and we've worked with him before, and I just worked with him at that Karate Combat event, that we would let her fight for them outside of us, so she can fight in her hometown too. So hopefully it works out and we end up bringing her back.
Hey, shout out to WWE legend MVP joining us in the chat.
Yo. That's my guy right there. And he's a Fury regular here recently, man. Hey, we're going to be in town this Sunday, man. Shoot me a text if you're going to be in town and you can make it out, man.
Hey, also on the card we had Elias Goley going to 5-0 on Jaden McKinnon, man.
So Jaden's last two fights have been super tough, right?
Yeah, he's had two tough fights his last two. Caden Atkinson picks up the victory over Edgar Ruiz, Michael Salinas over Josh Cristerna, Sean Magnus over Sheldon Wright, and Devontae George over Adrian Palacios. And now we move on to this weekend. Crazy, again, 721. We're bringing out a title fight.
Boom. Yeah, I just got the card. Adam Vigil for the 185 title against Tyke Werder.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with Ty, but Adam Vigil, in his first fight with us a while back in San Antonio at the Boeing Center, quickly became one of my favorite new middleweights. I'm looking forward to seeing him in action this Sunday for that 185 title.
This will be, it's definitely an interesting fight. Gordner is new to us, but one of the top ranked 185ers out there. He's got some big victories. And this will be interesting to see like what type of fight he brings to this. He's fought in Bellator before. He's fought quite a ways around. So this will be fun to see what happens. But Adam Vigil can you put any more muscle on a body? Like, he may be the thickest person I've seen walking around.
Yeah, how does he make 185, man? Dude's jacked to the gills.
No clue at all. Also on the card, this co-main event. Listen, this co-main event's going to be fire. Mondo Gutierrez and Sean Mora is going to be fire.
Well, they're bantamweights. They almost have to be, right? I mean,
lead off with some bantamweights for that, Gabriel Vanderlei and
Asjaf Klan Batar.
I never say it. How do you say those fucking names?
Man.
Asjaf Khan.
Yeah, I've asked him before, and I say his name as slowly as I can. Unless I don't know how to say it, then I just kind of breeze through it. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
there.
I usually just sneeze if I can.
Asjaf Klan Batar.
Batar.
Yeah.
Asjaf Khan.
That's an old ancient trick to get through those kind of names
Also
too.
on the card, we got return of Cameron Smotherman.
The babyface killer is back. The former 135 champ taking on Ryan Mondala.
We got Moses Diaz and Cody Freeman. And then Tanner is Israeli? Israeli? Do you know how you say it?
Tamar Israeli is what that looks like to me, sir.
Taking on Mia Graw.
Mia Raw Graw 1-0 in her second pro fight.
Corey Wyndham and Lester Botras Jr.
Lester.
And then kicking off the card, man, Mauricio Gomez and Jordan Pluton.
Oh yeah, one of my favorite featherweights, the Shadow Jordan Pluton. Looking forward to seeing him.
And when we tell you, like, this is one of the best prelims we've ever had. This card has so many good fights. When you have Becca Irwin, Miles Banks, Michael Murphy, all on the prelims, and Matt Costello, Felipe Rocha,
who
all on our prelims.
We're all familiar with, and the world will be familiar with him soon enough. Yeah.
Yeah, these are all names you would normally see toward the top or middle part of our cards. Mm-hmm. But part of it is just the way that we've grown. We have so many fighters now. It's pretty awesome. When are we going to see more heavyweight bouts? I'm getting back into it and start climbing the ranks at Fury. Yeah, man, we got heavyweight fights this weekend. Tune in.
Yeah, man. Miles Banks taking on Omar El Shalah.
Does Fury typically recruit athletes, or do your athletes apply? Both, man. We're always looking for the best talent available. But also, if you click the little message button, you can just reach out to us as well. And if we'll check you out, check your typology.
They don't respond. Don't believe the hype.
That's true. Why do you guys support OnlyFans? We support OnlyFans because they support us.
They support us, yeah. Whenever sponsors give you money, it helps to support them.
Just to make sure you understand, you don't have to sell porn on OnlyFans.
No. Bingo. Speaking of, we were talking about Diego Lopez earlier.
Yeah.
He just signed a deal with OnlyFans.
Correct.
He's not showing you his dick.
No.
All right. He's
seen it, guys.
More of a detailed.
Oh, hey.
That's not what
Adrian Yanez, another Fury alum.
Yeah.
He's on OnlyFans.
He's been on it for a while.
A lot of UFC athletes are sponsored by OnlyFans, and OnlyFans is a huge supporter of regional MMA, so we support those who support us. That's why we support OnlyFans.
Yeah, again, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Just go watch tits and ass on OnlyFans. You can go find like art. You can find stuff how to do things. Brandon Moreno's got a great channel where you learn some things on it.
Why do you support cable television? Did you know you can rent porn on Xfinity? Why do you have Xfinity
on Netflix?
Yeah,
guys.
You
right.
see soft porn on HBO?
Do you know you can see titties on Netflix?
You know what I remember back in the days?
Scrambled. Yeah.
Oh man.
Blurry. Was that a titty? Like late night HBO?
I plead the Fifth Amendment on that one. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Oh, hey.
That's how I used to watch wrestling pay-per-views. I never watched the porn channel like that.
But yeah, I mean, OnlyFans, you have like behind the scenes intimate.
Yeah.
Like
Don't say intimate. That sounds like sex.
Listen, just like anything else, if you go and you use Google Chrome, you can either go look up like your grandma's family tree, or
you can look up Bible verses, or you can look up.
You can look up grandma's getting railed on a tree. Yeah. Like you don't have to.
Yeah. There is something for everybody there.
Why everybody getting?
Y'all don't see your grandma get railed on the tree?
We don't have the grandma fetish.
Diego, I want you to understand this right now. Look at me, Diego. Diego, look at me. Your grandma fuck. Your grandma used to fuck, Diego.
She had like 15 kids.
Damn!
So, for real, no lie.
Damn, same guy? Damn!
Same
15 kids!
Something like
Jeremy
that.
and Travis
Yeah.
got the same day.
I got like 7. Both grandparents, man, they were knocking them boots.
Look, man. Hey,
Hey, Wayne.
Is P still on here? If P is still, hey man, I've been trying to get him on here to come hang out with us sometime.
Master P?
If he's watching this and this is what we're talking about, man, he's probably out. He's out.
Well then I'll change the subject here real quick.
Master P.
Wayne, you grew up with like family, right? Like
Yeah.
Hey, do you remember at what age your mom stopped kissing you goodnight?
Man, I
Do you think it was before or
5-ish?
after she stopped giving blowjobs?
Yeah,
to your
man,
dad? Like just
probably.
right after, just come straight in there and still kiss you on the cheek.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's
He was
probably
asleep first.
probably
They
well
couldn't do that
after.
till he went to bed.
It was well after, my parents, they got divorced very young. So
Shout out to Brandon Melton with the greatest comment. Grandmas from the '60s got WAP. Yeah, probably. Probably. Grandma's was putting it out there with those big old bushes back then in the '60s.
hey,
What the fuck are y'all
What?
talking
What?
about?
Listen, you brought this up. I don't know. Why are you on your? What are you looking at?
look, dude,
Granny'sGettingPounded.com. What are you looking up, man?
I don't know from experience, but like once they hit menopause, is it still WAP? I mean, it's artificially.
I think you can buy stuff for
yeah. So I mean, so it's not.
Look, again, you don't have to look up porn. Look
I
at
don't
other
even
things.
know how to be honest with you.
You don't think,
OnlyFans.
you don't think you're
Diego.
allowed to what?
See,
You don't
I
know
don't know
how
how
to.
to.
You don't know how? Well,
Yeah.
you just go get it live.
Yeah, you go live to the
Really?
massage place.
Oh yeah. Well,
Really? Did you know that?
maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I don't know how to use OnlyFans in that capacity.
Hey, also a shout out to the people who complain about having to make an OnlyFans account. They're like, oh, I literally saw some comments. They're like, well, what if my wife sees that I'm on OnlyFans? Well, how about the fact that you should be just fine if that's the only OnlyFans you have? If you only have the one that goes to Fury and you have nothing dirty on there, it should be fine for your wife
The
to check
problem
it out,
is,
right?
y'all get tempted to start
That's
scrolling.
that's not what anybody's wife is gonna think. Oh, at least you're only looking at Fury.
So
Nah,
their
it's
wives
like
don't trust them.
it's like, oh, hey, that's a gateway. That's a gateway drug.
It's a gateway.
You're doing cocaine. You're gonna be doing heroin next. That's the thought process. Oh, you're on OnlyFans. Oh,
Give
you're
us the
you're
inside
going
info. What gyms seem producing the highest level athletes in Texas right now?
War Training
Strong
Center.
style.
There's a lot. There's
Strong
there's
style.
a lot. There's a lot of them. War Training Center for sure. I think you still have to go that Fortis is the
Definitely.
best gym in Texas.
Definitely, yeah.
I think, but it depends where you're at. If you're in Dallas, I would say Fortis. If you're in Houston, dude, Gracie Baja Woodlands,
Yep.
War
4 ounce.
Training Center,
Yep.
4 ounce.
I mean, my
Street.
45 champs hanging out at 4 ounce.
Main Street Boxing.
Crew Bob out there, yeah.
Strong Style, just saying.
those are just a few off
if
the top
you're
of our heads.
If
There's
you're
a
out in
bunch.
San Antonio, you got Pete Spratt
You
right
got
there.
Listen, I'm gonna go where my champs are at. I got Paris with Eves Edwards and
you go.
Morley.
There you go.
I got Aswell over at 4 ounce.
Yep.
There's
Producing champs, baby.
There's a host.
a lot of really amazing
world-class
gyms,
gyms here.
and if you're either in Dallas or San Antonio or Houston, you don't really have to go far.
Well, Fortis produced my 55 champ.
Yeah. Like you don't have to go far. You can train in your city and find some
a lot of
amazing
great gyms.
talent. Especially Houston, man. I think the amount of talent that is here right now. And a lot of these coaches came up together and know each other, and so you get some cross training, which is
Or just
can
go
be
to the bar.
frustrating. Just go to a bar.
You go see Bob at
Yeah.
Main Street.
Do a couple shots. Pick
There's
a
just
fight.
too many to pick from here, honestly. Pick any of those. Main Street,
I mean,
War,
think about this.
Heritage.
If you start trying to break it down to like,
4 ounce.
okay, I want to
Gracie
go.
Baja.
I want to go to a gym for their grappling. Okay, how do I not tell you to go to Team Took? Like, how do I look at the
Gracie Baja,
killers?
West Chase.
Like, I mean, there's so many.
You go train with those dudes.
How do I tell you not to go to war? Like, there's so many amazing gyms in town.
You know what's crazy? Like 10 years ago, it was just like 1 or 2 gyms. Now it's just it blew up. You know.
Yeah, there is. I think Texas doesn't get enough credit for the talent that it puts out, and part of that is because when you look at like kind of where MMA started and where it went,
in the beginning, there wasn't a whole lot of talent coming from Texas, and you would have to move. You'd have to move to New Mexico and go trade at Jackson's, or go to Iowa and go trade at Militich or something. So years ago, you had to leave. Now you don't have to. Now there's so much talent here, and you start looking at, some of the best Houston fighters are still like Derek Lewis is probably the most accomplished fighter to come out of Houston in the UFC. But then you go like Daniel Pineda, Alex Morano. They're like still fighting in the UFC. And these guys are running their own gyms and coaching. There's so many places you can go right now, man. Like it's just super easy. If you're listening and you're trying to find a gym in Houston, go to their website and just kind of figure out, like, look who they have. Look at their coaches. And then go try out a class. Just go try out a class somewhere. And whether you like it or not, like, you'll know whether it's the gym for you. And if your gym doesn't have the ability to get you in contact with Fury, don't go to that gym.
No thanks.
You know where else you can find good gyms is going to the regional shows. Hey.
Yeah, you got to go to these regional shows. Got to see them live.
Got to see them live and hear which gyms.
FuryFC.tv/tickets.
Try and get in for free.
No, get tickets. Support the local businesses.
Hey, if you ever have any free tickets, let me know. I'll be more than happy to come.
Hey,
I'm
all out of free tickets for this weekend.
I'll be so glad to come if you have any extra of those
Fury
free tickets.
have events outside the state. We
do
other states as well. But our main focus is Texas, just because of the sheer number of fighters and gyms we have in Texas. This is the largest state with fighters. I mean, you have California, whatever. But
and we got great airports you can fly in.
yeah, man. I mean, we could take any of the cities, Dallas, San Antonio, Houston, and do a show every month.
We're all out of free tickets for this weekend.
I'm all out of free tickets for this weekend.
So don't ask me.
Julio, did you have any first row tables available? I may have some people coming in. I'll buy a table.
Oh my goodness, man! Did you guys watch the Rose Namajunas fight last weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
First time I've ever seen an eyelash get knocked off.
I know.
that
Isn't
one?
that crazy?
No, man, I missed that event. I don't remember what I was doing or what was going on, but yeah.
Man,
I
that
missed
jab
one.
was on point.
I've never seen. I don't think. Maybe I didn't notice. I've never noticed a female fighter with
Hey,
fake
shout
eyelashes
out
on.
eyelashes or not.
What are you saying? What are you saying, Eric?
Hey, whichever eye was fine.
Don't matter.
Either one was fine.
It's all good.
All right. Shout out to that's a great answer.
Yeah, man. Wow. Hey, how much is in that cup over there? Shit.
I'm trying to get Tracy Cortez to come to the Dallas card since her brother's fighting.
Oh yeah.
Junior.
8-2. We are back in Dallas.
Damn.
I'm excited, man. Dallas always is a good town for us. We don't have a bad town.
Gillies is fun.
It's
No,
a fun venue.
listen, if you think about it, when we go to Gillies, it's packed.
Yeah.
And it's fun. The way we just did San Antonio this past weekend, that fucker was packed. And it was,
Jeez,
and
man.
it was
Yeah, that was our biggest
They got
event
good
yet
food in that
at
little
Boeing
food
Center.
court at that.
Yeah.
I went and had like
That's-
a barbecue 1 pound platter or some
Yeah.
shit. That shit was fun.
I had ordered some birria tacos, and then Jeff Rexroad ate some.
Yeah, he ate them. I saw that.
And so,
And then Sierra came and grabbed one and licked it and put it back.
oh, that's not good.
You didn't see that, huh?
No. Well, I didn't eat the rest of them, so
Yeah,
it's
you
all
did.
right.
I saw you.
So it was cool to see. So that blonde ring girl at Fury to hit me up, Logan Woods. Logan Woods trying to pick up ring
There
card
you go,
girls.
Amanda.
Hey, do your thing, man. Do your thing. One
Logan,
hit.
her name is Amanda.
Can you say her last name?
Amanda Kodarji,
Adding letters.
Is that how you say it?
I guess.
I don't know.
I write the check, so that's how I'd pronounce it. Kodarji.
I just want to say y'all are one of the best smaller
Kardashian?
promotions I've seen. I don't know if we consider it smaller promotion anymore, but
thanks.
I appreciate that. Riley.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that compliment.
I like that small promotion.
Jackson Glass,
Tag.
looking forward to September. We're looking forward to seeing you debut
Hey,
as
listen,
well, man.
Jackson, you got to stop scaring everybody, man. I done pitched your name out there to about 10 guys that have 5+ fights, and they don't want that smoke.
Jackson,
man.
what would be great right now is if you could go and create another Instagram and only put pictures of yourself.
No, listen, Jackson.
Like not doing
What
well.
would be great right now is for you to start calling these dudes out and say, hey, I want to fight this guy. What about this guy? How about this one? Why are you scared?
They need alternate Instagram accounts
Let's do
where
this.
it's
Let's
like all
do something.
pictures of them
No, I
getting
want
punched
this
in the
kid
face
back.
and it looks like
I
they're
want this kid
losing.
on the card back.
Connor Waggers wants to know who's the best pound for pound fighter in the UFC. John Jones.
John Jones, baby.
Dirty Aladdin, give him Momo. Hey, bitch, shut up. Decision.
All right, done.
They're trading him.
Mahul versus Jackson Glass.
I've already seen that video and it wasn't good.
Oh, because he goes to Austin.
Hey, oh man, hey, shout out to Mahul and Jackson, man. He's I'm excited to see him fight. Like, is he just turned 17?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Gonna make a fight happen. We'll get it. Pronounce my name wrong. How? I mean, Connor Wagers. I don't know what you want me to say, man. Our exhibition matches up on the docket anytime soon. Exhibition? What do you mean? No, we don't have any like sex matches.
Let's talk about this week's card.
Pillow fight
These
matches,
dudes
bra and
that
panties. What's he
on
looking for?
IG can wait.
We just did talk about the card. Where were
Talked
you?
about Adam V. Hill only.
No,
we did. We
went
break
to
down
the whole
the
line of
whole
Miles
card.
Banks, Becca Irwin, Michael Murphy,
Where
Felipe
were you?
Rocha.
People listening on Spotify don't want to hear us talk about Instagram.
Who's on listen on Spotify?
When we take this show and put it on
Whenever it drops.
on when it drops.
Hey, Spann,
All right. So
Spotify's
what fight?
great too.
What fight are you looking most forward to for Sunday?
Man, I think fight of the night is going to be Murphy and Armas. Those two dudes are neither one got anything to lose, and I don't. Who goes for the takedown first?
Neither.
I'll say Armas.
Neither.
I think David Armas goes for the takedown before Murphy.
I think David Armas has shot 4 times in his life.
Most people shoot on him.
Yeah, like for whatever reason, he's made
But
us.
I've never. Have you ever seen? Has Murphy ever went for a takedown? He may have.
I think maybe at the end of a fight, like just kind of sealing the deal, maybe.
Denver, maybe.
Yeah, you
With
may be
Markel?
right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Either way, those dudes stand in front of each other and beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, it's funny, man. Like Armas, for whatever reason, never seems hurt during the fight, but he's actually hurt. Like he's broken something. Like something's went wrong every time he fights. But that dude is so tough, man. And he acts like you can land the biggest shot on him, and his face doesn't change. He just keeps walking forward.
Outside of that one, I think Lester Jr.
Oh, and Corey Wyndham?
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be good. That
Should be a good
scrap.
fight. Should be
Hard
a
to
good
bet
test
against
for
that one.
both guys.
Diego, what about you, Diego?
Cam
I
Smotherman.
wouldn't. Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Don't lie, Diego.
Right? No, I was looking at it right now. Look, see.
He's making shit up.
No.
No, he's got the fight card on his phone. For once,
if you
I'm,
swipe-
I'm as shocked as you are. For once, he's not bullshitting.
Mondo Gutierrez.
For me, Tamar Israeli and Friend of Fury, Mia Graw. Looking forward to that one.
The
fights are always
Tatey Garcia and Becca Irwin could be
that one
interesting.
too. Yeah.
Like it was really hard to not put that on
Emerson's
the
fight.
main card. But that's going to be a scrap for sure.
Well, given what happened with Becca's last fight, I mean,
I don't know. Little Emerson's always exciting too, man.
He's
Yeah.
never in a boring fight.
yeah, I love Emerson Guerrero.
Does he just train with the strippers at the club? Does he just
That's how he gets his cardio.
how he gets his cardio up? Hey,
That's it's the anaerobic.
if you're not following
Cardio?
him on Instagram, he's
He
got
is.
a great Instagram.
Yes, he does.
I love when he has all the stacks of ones and he's clapping.
Yeah.
together. There's like some butt cheeks behind him just jumping.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
He's hilarious, dude. Like I love watching his IG.
And then he'll put like an inspirational quote somewhere in there.
I mean, and then I'm always excited to see
Go
Miles
to church,
Banks.
guys.
Yeah.
It's always cool to see Miles Banks back as well.
But there's
man.
a lot of fucking bad blood with him in this Omar.
Why?
You remember they were set to fight?
I remember.
Miles tore his knee.
Right.
That's when he had the ACL surgery. That was going to be his pro debut.
Right.
Okay. Did Omar take liberties and start talking about?
He did, and then he saw that it was true that Miles had really tore his knee. So then he went and apologized. And then I think I rematched them. And then Omar pulled out because he had some personal shit. And then Miles went on
Oh boy.
it. So
Karma's
now I was
a bitch,
looking at
right?
Omar's IG. And like he posted the poster and shit. And everybody's like, I hope you show up. And he's like, I'll be there. He's saying first round knockout.
Omar's
saying he's going to knock Miles out in the first round.
okay.
So I'd like to see that. I mean,
Yeah.
if it can be done.
We'll see this
Miles
Sunday.
is no easy task.
No.
I don't want to stand.
I don't know how
across
you
the cage
how you even hit somebody that high up.
I mean, Omar's no small dude.
He's not, but like
6'8",
Omar is that big, isn't he?
300. I just want to see Omar make weight.
Yeah.
That's it. Just make weight.
265.
I don't know if he's 6'8" for real. He's probably like 6'4", I think.
Let me see. Let me see if I can pull this up. I want to
The
know
bull.
now.
They call him the bull.
Now
Okay.
I'm curious.
Good to know.
But I know he's heavy.
He's 6'4".
6'4".
Yeah.
That's a big dude, man. Walking around. I mean, just a few months ago, he was walking around at 300. So.
I mean, they don't even put what he weighed in his last fight because it was big. Yeah, it's heavyweight, so they don't even put that.
He fought for LFA. The real.
Whatever.
The LFA world title.
The world title.
Yeah. They have their own world. That's cool.
I'm looking forward to the middleweight world title, Fury.
God, there's so much petty at this table.
What? What?
Listen,
I don't know what you're
my
talking
phone
about.
hasn't started ringing yet about all the bullshit that's gonna go wrong this week, but I give it another 18 hours, and then it's gonna start ringing, and I'm gonna get the first. Man, my weight's not coming off the way it's supposed to. Can we do a catch weight?
It's Wednesday. That doesn't start happening until Thursday, Friday.
Well, I mean,
my kidneys are shutting down, man. I might have to go to the hospital.
Yep.
Then I wake up.
I got a cut.
Yeah, I got cut last night in practice.
I blew my knee. Not niece, Diego. I blew my knee.
I've had one before that's like, man, me and my wife got into a fight. She packed her shit and left. I can't.
Oh,
fight.
yeah. I forgot about
boy.
that
I
one.
can't fight this weekend. My wife just left me.
Yeah.
Go fight.
Did she take your cup?
What?
Yeah, it's that time of the week where we start getting all the craziness, which is why I always find it funny when on Monday people ask me, "Hey, what's the fight order?" I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me get to Thursday.
Man,
It's a Thursday.
whenever I see those messages in our group chat, you know, I know because we've been doing this for long enough.
a lot of shit
It's like, hey, what's the fight order? Like, or like it's 2-3 weeks out. Hey, can I get the card for next month? It's like, golly, man.
You're gonna do a bunch of work for no reason.
You're gonna have like 25 fights to prepare for, and 10 of them might fall off. So it's like,
Researching for nothing.
yeah, give it till fight week.
We're at 14 right now for this weekend.
We're at 14. We'll probably have 12 fights.
And this is the way it
14
goes.
Looks pretty
We either
solid,
end up
man.
like it was, in Rosenberg, where you have like 25 fights, none of them fall off, or you end up with.
I think that these 14 stay. I think that there might be some weight issues.
Sure.
And shit like that. So we might have to adjust a few weights, but I think that the card's solid.
I mean, we build cards the way we do for this reason, because fights drop off. That's why we have pro-am cards. So we have stuff mixed together, and I mean, we have so many fighters that we're trying to keep busy as well. So
and you never know whose wife is going to leave them.
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
any
given moment,
Lose much in San Antonio though, huh? No. We ended up with what, 18?
we
Yeah, right.
lost 3, and we still
yeah,
had
we
20.
lost
had
two
20 fights.
two on
20
fight day.
We had 20 fights, and we lost 2 on fight day.
Yeah,
Yep.
still ended up at 18.
So we ended up at 18?
No, we had 23 at the start of the day.
No.
Yes.
No, 22.
No, we had 23.
Wayne, if Rich is wrong, he's taking that shot right now.
All right,
How many? If we had 20 fights, Eric's taking the shot.
all
If we
right.
had 18 fights, I'll take the shot.
If we started or if we ended,
Because I know.
No,
No,
what's the
Well, we
wager?
ended at-
No. We started with.
that.
And
we ended at 20. He's saying there was 18.
No,
We're
no.
saying there was
Take
20.
the fucking shot.
Go ahead.
So we started with
18.
20, we lost 16, and we lost 2. So we ended up with 18 fights.
Why do I got 20 fight videos in?
Take the shot, bitch.
Motherfuckers.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Look at him.
I hate this guy.
Look at him. Look at him. You want to count these 18 fights?
I love you, Howlerhead Whiskey. Woo! I hate you, sons of bitches.
This podcast is brought to you by Monster Energy.
Getting that banana-infused monkey spirit in him.
It's so early.
Courtesy of Howlerhead Whiskey. Hey, we're afternoon. It's past noon now.
Oh, you know what? You know what it was? I had 20 face-off videos.
Yeah.
And then we lost
yeah.
one.
You had 20
And we
face-off
lost
videos.
NP,
Yeah,
right?
that
And
makes
so
sense.
That takes off 2 fighters and go down to 18.
Yeah.
So my math wasn't mathing.
It happens, man. It happens.
I don't know why I'm getting up to throw this away.
Yeah, we got a lot of shit coming up, though, man.
About to go on another run.
God bless America. That's all I
Summer
gotta say.
of Fury.
Another run. Just-
God bless America.
You want to throw some teasers out for 922?
I'll throw some teasers out for 922.
I'm gonna throw some
Hey,
teasers
keep your
out,
shorts
too.
up, Rich. Keep your shorts up.
Take them off.
He,
Show,
he was
show it
reaching
off.
for his waistband.
World
Show it off, please.
featherweight.
The Fury FC World Featherweight Championship.
So have we announced it yet anywhere? Or we just told people?
Contracts went out. Well, these guys are in agreement. We can go ahead and.
All right, so it is time for us to bring on another champion. And our
Because
former...
I'm confident that Michael Aswell's not coming back. He's going to go handle business on
Yeah.
Dana White Contender Series. He's in.
Yeah.
That's a wrap.
He's definitely not coming back. And so when we had to figure out who are the next best
fighters that have earned that right for that title shot.
The world
title shot. And it didn't take us very long to come to the fact that Yadier, the Valle,
All right.
The Cuban problem.
is going to take on Justice Torres
Oh.
for the 145 title.
What?
World title.
It's important. You gotta go in person.
Hey, he's
Yeah.
from Cuba.
Yeah, so Justice Torres looking to
A little bit out of the
keep
United
strap
States.
over there at 4 ounce.
See, there's a gym. That's the people ask. That's where the champions are getting delivered.
The other contender coming out of Main Street with Bob Perez, and he's with Gracie Baja West Chase as well too. I mean, it's gonna be a scrap, dude.
The
It's good.
fucking physique on that dude, man.
Yadier?
Yeah.
He's cocked. What?
See, this is why I remind Sierra daily to remind you not to be gay.
Yeah.
That's why.
I didn't.
Look at the co-main.
I just asked. I didn't say it was, man. I just, I don't know. I just want to make sure that I know what you're leaning towards.
You know my grandma listens to this podcast?
Your grandmother listens to this podcast? Shout out, Grandma.
Abuelita listens to the
Shout out,
podcast, and you're over
Grandma.
here
She wants
talking
to
about
hear you say that.
talking about guys corn cobs.
Does Grandma want to hear me say cock? No, probably not. Does she want to hear me say Eric's looking at cock? No, she doesn't want to hear that. And I'm sorry that you just made her hear that twice. 3 times.
Damn, pal, what
Dude,
are we doing?
Your grandma's the sweetest lady, but if she does hear that, she'll tell me something. Don't say that on the oh shit, my bad. Hey,
I heard you, Rich. You eat corn on the cob the long way.
yeah,
Don't do that.
She told me, she's like, you eat it because of the shape, not the
flavor.
Oh shit.
Hey, co-main event.
Jacob, have you ever tried that? Eating corn on the cob the long way?
No comment.
Diego eats it whole. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Do you stroke them off?
Hey, let's go
into the
back to
cup?
that. Let's go back.
Have you ever watched a
And then
pelican?
eat it with a spoon.
You ever watched a pelican flip something up and just eats the whole thing in its gullet? That's Diego with
And
corn.
then it
Oh,
starts
man.
down in his throat. Then it makes the shape.
Makes
going
the
down.
shape down there.
Nope.
Let's
Let's go back to that. Let's go back to
All right,
that.
Velvet Throat. It's all right.
What? What? What do you
Go
want
back
to
to
go back
what?
to?
You want to go back to the main event or the co-main?
Co-main.
We're going
Let's
to
go
announce the
to-
co-main. Co-main event on this night. Luis Garule taking on
Oh.
Fury FC Hall of Famer Jacob Silva.
The little animal co-main event against Luis Garule, a fight that a lot of people have wanted to see for a long
A
time.
long time.
Jacob wanted this fight.
Man.
He wants to fight the toughest fights he can get at this
Yeah.
point. He says, I don't give a fuck. No.
Yep.
He just wants someone who's going to scrap with him.
That's it.
And you
I-
got somebody who's going to scrap with
I
him.
say it every time he fights, man. Every Jacob Silva fight at this point is like a bonus, man.
When
for
Garule
sure.
fought Trujillo, you remember him shooting a lot?
No. So Garule
Everybody shoots on Jacob.
Garule has a very, very high level wrestling background, but
He don't use it.
he uses it to stay up.
Yeah.
He uses it to force other
Defensively.
people. He really doesn't set up shots or take shots or even clinch with people. Like, he just wants to box with you, and that's perfect for Jacob Silva, man. Jacob Silva's speed and power.
It's a dangerous fight for Garule.
100%.
Because, I mean, he's a 9-0 prospect. Jacob could put the lights out.
Jacob Silva's like Alfred Lopez, man. He's a prospect killer.
Man,
whatever.
yeah,
Lil
Alfred
Walker,
Walker.
whatever his name
Dude,
is.
Jacob-
Man. Golly. That's
Jacob
how we're
Silva
talking. Leave me
is-
alone, man.
is,
you know how many names I have to remember?
Alfred Lopez.
Alfred Lopez.
That boy Joe Lee.
Joe Lees. Joe
Yeah, hey,
Lees.
Joe Leese will be probably reffing on that card.
Hey, what about the feature fight of the night? Can we announce that one yet?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, so listen, this one I'm excited for. We have got police officer versus firefighter.
I saw
Diego.
Bruce Monday. He's like, bro, this
Hey.
arena's going to be full because
We got
all my fireman buddies are
Bruce
Diego's getting hard over there. Oh,
the Goose,
I've been
Bruce
waiting for this for a
Whitehead.
long time.
taking on Luis Hernandez. May have the best mustache on the roster.
Man,
Dude, these two savages
They're going to bang,
are
bang.
going to beat the snot out of each other.
All right, let's not announce no more.
I'm announcing everything.
Okay, I mean, we can announce the debut of Sebastian Oyervides.
What?
Pro
Oh!
debut, Sebastian Oyervides. That's going to be fun. That's cool.
I was really looking forward to seeing another fight featuring him.
I know, me
But that's fine. That's fine. We're going to do this, and that's cool, man. Let's see it. I'm here for it. Let's see what Sebastian Oyervides can do as a pro.
I still need a 145er to step up to fight Josh Alima. Right, keeps saying no. Anyway,
Jordan Plute.
yeah.
Hey,
he's
there
on
you
the card.
go.
He's probably not gonna fight. Well, Leomana and Anaya.
Take it. Yep.
Pluton's fighting this week. So if Pluton,
Depending on how this
gets
weekend
hurt,
goes.
Just give him Eduardo now.
Oh, this is Pluton's fight.
No.
I think I offered that to Anaya. Didn't I?
Yeah, he said no. He's not that good, guys. He's 1-1.
Yeah. Rich beats him up. That should tell you something.
Yeah, that should tell you a lot of shit.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, yeah, 922. We got some amazing cards coming up, man. We got the Dallas card we skipped over. We got a Sub Hunter right after that. And we start getting to our end of the year cards. We got the 155 title will be up for grabs again. It's a fun time, man. And then we start getting in that part again, which is the end of the year. We start doing our recaps, talking about fighters of the year, talking about moments, knockouts of the year. We start announcing our candidates and getting ready for Hall of Fame for next year.
can I make a suggestion for that one?
Let's hear it.
Let the guys know that you're going to induct them so that they can maybe have something prepared to say, some people they might want to thank.
Well,
Just a suggestion.
Well,
the surprise factor is very cool. Don't get me wrong.
yeah.
But to surprise somebody and then they're like, oh shit, hey, thanks.
Well, we knew you could handle the moment.
I tried.
Like, it was hard to try to figure out how to
Keep it under wraps
like
or what?
get your lady out there and stuff, and not tell her why. You know, it's like, hey, we need you to be here.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
time, be here fucking early before we get going.
We
And
just
then-
wanted to surprise you.
And I
Hey,
can tell
she's not
you,
on time anywhere.
I can tell
Real
you-
estate appointments, that's about it.
with us standing in the cage, being able to watch your face as your video started playing, that was worth the surprise to me.
Yeah,
That was
we
cool.
wouldn't have got that reaction without it being a surprise.
you bastards.
You wouldn't know.
Basically, Wayne looking at us going, "Fuck you."
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Hey, that's when you know like shit's hitting well when all you can say to your friends is like, "Fuck you guys." I ain't got nothing to say to you. Dude, there's so many like fighters who are putting their name. Who is the fastest champion to go from UFC from Fury?
Josh Van.
Yeah, Josh Van.
Josh Van was 2.5 years.
Yeah. Amateur and pro.
Amateur-
Amateur debut.
Yeah, and pro.
Yeah.
To the UFC took him to 2.5 years. Yeah. So
And he's an exception to the rule, man. I mean,
I
everybody
think
can't do that, kids.
there's a few fighters who stand out as candidates for the Hall of Fame, and I don't want to just toss their names out and have other people feeling bad, but
That's one.
tell me, I mean, Josh Van is definitely a candidate for the Hall of Fame. You know, I think someone who maybe gets forgot about is Cameron Graves.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron Graves was our 145 champ, and is he even 30 yet? Like,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah, he is. 31.
Yeah, I think he's like 30.
fucking dude. He's so good.
He actually hit us up. He wants to fight ASAP. Like this week, next week. Call him. He said, doesn't matter. 45.
He's a rough fight for anybody, man.
He is.
Yeah, like
And a great candidate for the Fury FC Hall of
yeah,
Fame.
There's so many, man. Like you look at, I mean, Nico Echeverry,
Ray Trujillo.
Ray Trujillo.
That's what
Yeah, hey, you stole my nomination, dude. I was going to throw him in there. Timing matters, dude.
Yeah,
Goddamn, pal.
That was in mine.
Hey, so I'll do the.
I was fucking kidding, guys.
Hey,
I'll
you
do
can
this.
joke about it, but he was very instrumental. He
you're
was a
listening-
key part of our early Fury
Yes,
cards.
he kept all the ticket money.
Well, hey, I was not privy to that side of the business back then, sir. I was just a lucky fan back then.
If you are
Still like Ray.
if you are
Yeah.
listening to the show now,
Love Ray.
send me an email, rich@furyfc.tv. Let me know who you want to nominate for the Hall of Fame for 2025. But don't just send a name with no reason. And if you send a name who's had 2 fights with us, like you don't know.
Yeah, but hey, also I'll try to save you because I know you don't want to read a paragraph or a page long. You don't want to read a novel. Keep it to bullet points, man.
Yeah.
Give a name and some bullet points. Make your case for your Hall of Fame candidates.
I do think, man, like looking back,
3 to 5.
Mark
3 to
Finley.
5 bullet points.
we couldn't have chosen
Mark
a
Finley.
better first fighter to like represent Fury than Jacob Silva. Like that dude literally is a little ball of fury coming into the cage
Yeah.
every single time.
Fury personified.
So we got. Are we at 94?
Yep.
Are we still doing 100 in Hawaii? Probably not.
The sphere. The sphere.
Listen, I think it's only.
It's got to be here.
Yeah, you got to do 100 at home, man.
It's going to be at the sphere, I thought. Vegas. No?
We're gonna fall just short of the
Noche de Fury.
Humble Civic Center. Ooh. Fury 100.
Well, I mean, you know, we could, you know.
Fury 100, Eric's backyard.
Cannonball in the pool afterwards.
We have to literally start planning for Fury 100 now. Like we're that, and
that's where we should do the TMF.
Yeah,
a couple title fights.
Yeah,
fucking
at 100
undercard.
The Houston Pharaoh is here and ready. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to assume you want to fight.
He's an Egyptian.
Just tell your coach to reach out to us. If your coach doesn't reach out to us, then you're not ready to fight. So, Free 100, yeah, man, we should bring back the TMF. I do agree, man. Alfred Walker and Nate Richardson would be a hell of a TMF fight, but so would Josh Altum and somebody, man. Like, I'd love to see him back in the cage soon.
Can we do a couple of different? Can we do 2 TMFs in 2 different weight classes?
We could do a female TMF.
Mm-hmm. What do you call a TMF for a female, though?
Still the toughest motherfucker.
The TFB?
Yeah, right.
Titties, motherfucker. What are you saying?
TFB, motherfucker. The toughest bitch or something.
You say it. That doesn't sound right to me. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Let's call a chick a motherfucker then, I guess.
Call it the TB.
The toughest scissor grinder?
The scissor grinder? God. Wow, that is getting.
Are you gonna call a female fighter the toughest motherfucker though?
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at.
Who do you put in there for the female team?
For toughest? I don't know. I think
Mia Gra.
I think it's like when you start sitting back, like you think about like my first thought is Olivia Beerley.
Yeah.
But then also, how do you not put Maya Stewart in there? Like Maya Stewart beat her.
Yeah.
How do you not put Calderon in? What's your pro?
Yeah,
Yeah, I put Stephanie Calderon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's, I think
Some candidates.
We're probably next year. We're a little ways off from a female.
We need to build some females
from a female belt, but I do think we have some fucking crazy candidates when it comes to the other side for TMF. Like when you think about like an Altum, you think about Richardson, you think about Walker, like you think about a Garule, a Jacob Silva. Like these are all tough motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to not give everyone a shot at the TMF belt, but also you can't. Not everybody can be the TMF, and it'll be interesting to see who we're able to wrap that belt back around. You guys got anything else, man? What's up? What's up? No one's saying shit here.
Hey,
Got
man.
shit to do, baby.
Hallerhead Whiskey's hitting everybody.
Look, man, I just want to thank DeNunaLawFirm.com for being a proud sponsor of Fury FC. If you're in any legal trouble, you can hit them up at 713-257-8889, Criminal Defense, DWI. Hit up DeNunaLawFirm.com.
Guys, make sure y'all get y'all's Live Oak vodka.
Yeah, man, you got here late with the Live Oak. I went with a Howler today, which is delicious. It's been a while, but man, Live Oak Texas vodka, distilled right here in Texas. That's where it's at.
Make sure you guys go to our OnlyFans, onlyfans.com/Fury Fighting for exclusive behind the scenes.
If you want your feet looking fresh, like the Fury team, hit up Space City Collective.
Tattoos, Kimura Tattoo Company. Mm-hmm. Oh, we gotta give away another Kimura. Kimura Tattoo Bone. What's your brush rock? You rocking Yeezys? I almost went Yeezys, but I went with some one lows.
Nothing.
What that goddamn bulldog got a hold of? Look at that.
Jeezy, fucked your shit up.
Fucking bulldog.
Look at Diego's.
Hey.
Ooh, those Dad Jams 2000s.
That's right.
At least Wayne's rocking fresh over here.
Boom. Yeah. We're the lows, the Jordan 1s.
Hey, guys, so please make sure you guys are following our Instagram page. Make sure you guys are following the Facebook for all
At
your
Fury
updates.
Fighting.
A few tickets remain for this weekend at FuryFC.tv for our 185-pound championship. And it's going to be a great weekend of fights.
You gotta go.
I'm excited to be back there with you guys again. And, man, then we cruise straight into August, man. Like it's we're not even talking about 728. We have an 8-man tournament, $5,000 for Submission Hunter Pro. It's going to be a big end of the summer here for us, and then we get into the last quarter of the year, man.
Let's save that for next week.
Let's get it.
Let's do a podcast next week. I know we got Hurricane rocked last week, so we couldn't make it. But
Wayne,
yeah, man, let's do it,
baby.
Hey, with that, the time for talk is over. This has been Fury Unleashed.
Yeah.
And now, Houston, Texas, make some noise because the time for talk is over. It's time to